Hi guys, it's Benny again, co-founder of Us. I'm just going to give you an update on John right now. He's in good health. He sends you all love and power during these times. He's been working on himself a lot and he's kind of found out quite a lot. Hopefully, given some time, we'll be able to share some of those findings with you all. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share an interview with him and Renz, who make up the group Legal Aliens. We recently released the album through Us on vinyl, Odd Flex by Legal Aliens, and that's Johnny Bang Reilly and Renz. So they're just discussing some of the processes regarding the album, and also some other valuable information kind of during about the creative process. So yeah, man, I'll be checking in with you guys and sharing things as John kind of would like to release them. We're also going to try and put together an Instagram live situation where he can share some of his findings with you all. And yeah, man, anybody who would like a copy of our album, which we release on vinyl, please feel free to comment below. And yeah, we'll get it sent out to you. I'll send you over email, we'll get it sent out to you. So yeah, man, hope you enjoy this. Sending you all power again, and we'll see you soon. Us.
Yeah, we're doing shows and web shows, and it was great. We were like touring, and we thought, well, we might have to try something different because, with John, he has a certain feel to, it needs to be more emotional, more from the heart. Yeah, we tried the techno, and we went to Berlin. It was crazy, really. The crowd went when I came with John, and I had already did my set, and it was like, yeah, I've got something that's blowing my mind. I need to throw it out there. So and then I put the vocals from John on the track, and the whole crowd was, wow, this is so deep, this is so profound. Did some amazing stuff together, and yeah, I can remember we shooting a video in my old house. It was one of the highlights of the.
When you went
there were
nuts.
like 50 kids in my living room throwing cake at the wall. Those kind of situations
I
are
was crowd surfing girls
uh,
in
just
his living room.
to give you an idea how crazy stuff can get.
Yeah, and then I was in the bath with two lesbian girls with a sock on my penis. When I, s- when I stood up. What was the song called again?
I'm not sure.
Let's fuck each other.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Just basically getting to the point of what all the subliminals of popular music is trying to. It's like grooming the kids, you know what I mean? So I was just taking the piss out of that, really. But yeah, then you went nuts in it.
Yeah, kind of.
And then said girlies cleaned the whole place up,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Got their rubber gloves out.
So yeah, those kind of things happen when you hang around with Mr. Reilly. Never a dull moment, and
Yeah.
always inspiring. So yeah.
And like many phone calls from, 'cause like when I make a piece of music, I like to like be in environments where people are just watching people listen to music, and like if you're in a bar, you listen to their selection and watch how the people respond. So they could be having a conversation, and then as they're having their conversation, then it's like they're nodding their heads and still having their conversation. Then I take note of that song, and I take note of how the voice is mixed. So there's been plenty of phone calls like this.
11
Hey,
in-
Ren!
Hey, Renz!
Listen to this.
Listen to this! And then in the background, it's like, you hear that? You hear that bass line? We need that on our album. It works. That's what I need. But
Yeah.
I do understand the thing about it, because he always has a very clear vision of how the elements should work in the music. So if I send something over and there's something off, you get the same phone call. Yeah, that thing needs to go. that needs to be out. I really like it. Skip that. And it's always one or two things. It's never when people start elaborating on music. It's like, yeah, I kind of get the feeling there might be a. And with John, it's always really clear. No, that's good, and that isn't. This works, that doesn't. We're gonna do this, and we're not gonna do that. And it's very honest and very refreshing, because there's no bullshit involved. It's all very from the heart, straight to the point.
The brilliant thing about Renz is that he's got a massive catalogue of musical genres in his head. Okay, so he has the expertise of the algorithms that control people's listening. You know what I mean? He's in, you know, he makes film and sound for advertising. They based on algorithms. So I've got that added luxury because I can get too far away to people just scratching their head all the time going, people get afraid of something brand new and their egos, because they can't say, I know that, then for a moment they're stupid, right? For a moment they're ignorant. I don't know, I can't place it. I can't say, I don't know something. That hurts their feelings. Do you know what I mean? They always want to be able to go, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Right, I'm cool. Right? And then I give them a little bit too left field, and instead of them enjoying it, they get upset. So Ren's kind of pulls me into the algorithms, and then I Johnify it a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Take out that gay ass or the hi-hat. What we're making? We're making disco or something? So it's brutally honest, and that's what I really like, and it's it creates a certain.
I don't mind gay ass hi-hats.
No.
It's just like it just doesn't go with my message.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That brutal honesty is very that's really refreshing, because I work in advertising and people always sugarcoat everything they say, and so but and there's a lot of I like it, or people pretend to like something, and then the minute someone else walks in who they have a difficult work relationship with, and they completely switch up to suck up, or I don't know why, but the opinions are never very honest. There's always an agenda with the stuff I do, and of course it's advertising, so you need to sell stuff.
Yeah.
But that gets woven into the whole process, and that's kind of that's why it's really nice to create some stuff that has nothing to do with that.
But wouldn't it be nice that because basically I've had like emails sent to me with a list of like 15 to 20 links, and with each link they go, this bit of the film we've got it in our film, and that bit of the film we've got, and this is the sound that we like, and I'm like, wow, you're copy and pasting other people's work, because it's like the client wants a sure shot. You know what I mean? But wouldn't it be nice if you create the new blueprint
that people start sampling from again?
Yeah, that everybody's like, if it's not a Rens and B.A.N.G situation, we ain't gonna sell shit. You know what I mean? So it would be nice.
I remember John calling me, he said, I need some. I mean, I like the tracks that we're doing, but they're too boxed in. They're too structured into a certain theme. And I'm making this film now, and those tracks really don't work as good. If I put music under this film, it doesn't really work that way. It kind of makes it corny and doesn't add to the rest. So we need to have a new look at it, and I need some more ambience, more something that goes along with, it has more freedom, more free flow. And we just came up with some ambient layers, and we've threw that in the film. And then that really worked, and it didn't add any extra drama. It just made it as what it was. And then we took that experience back into the tracks we were doing, and basically noticed that it's all about the message and the voice. That's the most important thing, and that just needs to have a nice a feel to it, instead of trying to push it into
Well, you know what, the situation in every community, there are certain people that are so bogged down with being working poor and issues and stuff like that, right? And in their own psychological mind, they've never had a theme tune, or their so-called simplicity of life has never had an anthem. Whereas another class of people always have these big anthemic songs for their life. Right?
Yeah.
Look at the great soundtracks when they're just walking along, or when they're meeting each other in slow motion. So like massive anthemic things, and I'm like, it's only one particular part of society that are always viewed like that. That's not cool for kids that don't have those facilities. They just say, oh, I will never be Every kid's first depression is when they've sat in front of a screen and see somebody that don't look like them with these great anthems all the time. And that's what I loved about hip hop, is that you're not going to come over here, you don't find us anthemic, so we'll make our own anthems. And then what happens is, years and years later, those anthems have been appropriated and put on another community that don't deserve them. Do you know what I mean? So you got a bunch of office workers walking across the things to a hip hop tune.
Slam!
I just earned a load of money. You know what I mean? Like anthemic cocaine snorting, right? You know what I mean? So I wanted to make very simple things like being on the beach in Ireland, because I'm a working poor person. I'm produced from that environment, and I'm like, I'm facilitated. I'm lucky to be facilitated with somebody like this that can make me picking my nose anthemic, right? So it's like the first time a simple person with a simple message of stop eating, stop covering yourself in shit and burying yourself, take the crap away and get back to the beauty. Yeah, let's make that anthemic rather than all the anthem of let's eat copious amounts of shit and blow up like that. And then you've got like very ill, bloated people walking on catwalks going, you know, don't shame me, this is beauty. Really? That's a very dangerous thing, making illness beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a similar thing to like you just looking at all those anorexic models. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. It's unhealthy.
Yeah.
And if you look at normal,
showing them laughing and having great fun. You get fresh-faced people selling you pizza, and they're all vegans.
and there's this.
You know what I mean? Selling in McDonald's, going, oh, lovely, and it's beautiful, elastic skin and all that, and none of them eat like that.
No. And there's this, you know, that stock photo thing with women laughing at salads.
No.
You should look it up. There's this, you know, stock photography. You can find whatever image you need for your advertising or whatever. And there's a huge amount of women laughing at salads, like smiling, like eating a salad. There's a whole website about it. But yeah, that's the wrong idea of.
This is pretty much us. What you hear here. These are the conversations that go on while we're making music. We start talking about molecules and fat livers and kickboxing
and internet stuff, stupid shit, and also very profound stuff.
Absolutely.
So, and it switches up in that order as well. So it's almost like you call it alternating current.
Yeah. And then while we're having these conversations, the music's playing in the background, and then when we find that it's a perfect backdrop, we go, okay, that's cool. I made our conversation sound really intellectual. Let's keep that in the album, because somebody else is going to be in that situation in their house, just doing the hoovering, and I want that we provide
that sounds
a ballet, orchestrated ballet for hoovering up. You can play that in the background, or changing the kid's diaper, or getting the kids ready for school in the morning. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm.
Or fixing your food, making, cooking.
Doesn't matter. Make everything, you know, because how often do people see themselves in that musical? Nobody's providing the music. Their heads are full of clutter and the type of insulting language that their low self-esteem spits at them every day. I'm just like, just pause that for a minute and give them a different theme tune.
Yeah, a different message.
Yeah, man.
That's why the importance of your the vocals came through. And we didn't want to get it distracted by too many things.
Yeah.
By, you know, getting all high disco hi-hats and stuff. Well, we tried a lot of stuff. I think we had about 30 tracks in total.
Yeah.
And we distilled it down to stuff that also really has a lot to do with the film. Because that note and that, I don't know, that serenity in a way, the clear, clean message kind of got filtered out. So we got rid of tracks that were too...
That's exactly what happened in the film. We had a big fat thing
And they were
Right.
dope, really
It was
dope
a block,
tracks, and then
right.
they work. And
in their genre,
yeah.
and then we strip them back.
And other people listen to them and they're like, yeah, man, you're really onto something. This is the new great electronic thing. But then we both were like, yeah, but maybe that's not really what we want here. I mean,
I don't want you to like it.
It could work, but it's not what. I mean, that would be too easy, and that really, you know, you take something really nice and just use it for some short fun to get it, you know, to get a quick fix of something.
If you're an artist, people have to be uncomfortable. That's the stamp that you're an artist. You're doing something outside of their
comfort zone.
right.
Yeah.
So if they go, oh, I don't get this, did it?
Yeah.
That's great. Like I always say, you know, like there's a lot, you know, like certain people that are a bit square. They like being squares. They're safe. And when a square comes to me and goes to me, oh, I think that is dog shit. I'm like, thank God.
Well, that I think what happened in the film
As soon as we wanted to put the music on the film, that
didn't work.
that virus went on and started to dictate the music as
Yeah.
well.
And
As soon as we decided to put the music to it, the film it did the same thing as it did with the edit. It did the same thing as of it basically went, I don't want that scene. The film itself, I don't want that scene here. I don't want the sound like that. I don't want that grade like that.
No, this
And-
is the wrong.
Yeah, it was
energy.
all the thing was just talking to you, and as soon as we took the album and we went, this has to go with the film, it started to affect that as
Yeah,
well, and then
yeah.
it started telling us, no,
No, this
music
is
won't
the-
fit with these
no.
images.
And this is the wrong way to go. And then we ended up adding some new tracks that were also based upon the soundtrack of the film, and,
Yeah.
and that really worked because we had a lot of, because we recorded so much, we had a lot of stuff to try things with, and you know that's one of those things that also turned out to be a great, well, it's not a coincidence, it's just it came to be through the film, and then those tracks created themselves out of the movie. So yeah, it's a great experience.
Yes.
Yes.